Hey guys, what is up and welcome to a brand new series on the channel. I'm making this type of a podcast series I'll be doing every single Wednesday. I know this was releasing on the Thursday, but I'm going to try and release these videos every single Wednesday. Basically what it is, we're going to be talking about the round review that just went. I'm going to give you who I tipped. I'm also going to give you my 3 votes for every single game. So we're going to have our own type of Brownlow. So I'll give my votes from every single game and we'll just keep a tally. We'll tally it up at the end of the year. I want you guys comment down below if you guys want to see more episodes, and also comment down below your tips. I'd love to know your tips for the week that is ahead. We will be looking at round 2 as well, but sit back, relax. I am going to be just rattling on because we're going to have a look at the round that just went. Now, as this series progresses, I'm going to try and do this every single week. Like I said, every single Wednesday. I'll keep my tip tally. I want you guys comment down below who you're going to tip. Also, your thoughts from the week, your team that surprised you, and your team of the week, and your, I'd say your flop of the week. That's what we're going to go. We're going to go flop of the week and team of the week. So we will do that. But we're going to start out and we're going to go to the first game of the week. So let's go through the games that were on the weekend. We had Melbourne and the Bulldogs. Melbourne defeated the Western Bulldogs 97-71. Now, this was like, it was like a mirror image of the grand final. I mean, it honestly was. Melbourne got off to a hot start. Bulldogs fought back, got a bit of a lead, and then Melbourne just ran over the top of them. This was a really interesting game. It was a Wednesday night. There wasn't, I mean, I'm pretty sure the game was expected to have over 60,000 people, but I don't know if it got that number. It's great to have footy back though. I mean, Christian Petracca, Clayton Oliver were elite in this game. Aaron Norton as well played really, really good. Ben Brown, he kicked 3 and he looked pretty good as well. But ultimately, Melbourne too good for the Bulldogs. Another mirror image of the grand final. Melbourne just look like they've got the lot at the moment. I mean, they're a young team. They're dynamic and, man, I think they're still hungry. So my votes for this game, let's lead into it. I've got Christian Petracca for 3 votes. I think Christian Petracca, he had like 38 touches, kicked a few goals. He was elite. So 2 back-to-back best on ground performances from Christian Petracca. I've got Clayton Oliver. He is my 2 votes. I thought Clayton Oliver was good around the ground. I've also gave a vote to Bailey Smith. I mean, he tried all night. He tackled hard. He ran. I mean, Jackson McRae did have 39 touches, I believe, but man, I don't really know if Jackson McRae's touches really led on to anything. So they're my 3-2-1s for this game. Christian Petracca with the 3, Clayton Oliver 2, Bailey Smith 1. We'll go over to Thursday night. Thursday night, seen Carlton defeat Richmond 101-76. Yet again, this was an up and down game. Richmond got off to a hot start. They looked like the Richmond of old. Shai Bolton was dominating. Dusty Martin was getting involved. And Carlton fought back though. They fought back. Richmond ultimately got in front by, I think it was like 20-odd points near the end of the game. Shai Bolton kicked a goal to put Richmond up by 25 points, but wow, it was, I think Carlton kicked the last 7 goals of the game. It was great to see Sam Doherty back. He absolutely, I mean, it was just tears to your eye type of stuff. Kicking a goal, I think he had 26 touches, kicked a goal. His goal, I mean, everyone getting to him was crazy. Adam Chera was elite in this game. I really rated Adam Chera's game. He's out this week, unfortunately, for the Blues. He will not play tonight, but I thought he was really, really good as well. Richmond, I don't know, though. Like, did they run out of legs? They did get an injury to Dion Prestia, which was unfortunate for them, but yeah, Carlton, are they the real deal? I mean, Paddy Cripps, he had 30 touches, kicked 3 goals. I really, really liked his game. I mean, his field kicking, though, needs a lot of work, but he was very good. But, man, Sam Walsh, Adam Chera, Zach Williams, their midfield could be dynamic, and I'm excited to see how Carlton go. But that's the first time Carlton's beaten Richmond, I think, in 12 years. I can't remember the last time they defeated Richmond on a Thursday night, but Carlton get the job done. Let's go into the votes. Okay, so for the votes, we've got Paddy Cripps, 30 touches. Yeah, I think he had 30 odd touches, kicked 3 goals. He absolutely was best on ground. He really got him going in that last quarter. I also gave 2 votes to Adam Kennedy. I thought his inside work was really, really good. He's like an inside bull for the Blues. I'm really liking the look of him. And also gave a vote to Shai Bolton. I mean, Shai Bolton was just elite throughout the entire game. So 3 to Cripps, 2 to Kennedy, 1 to Bolton. We'll move on to the Friday night game, Collingwood and St Kilda. Friday night, seeing Collingwood taking on St Kilda. And I honestly expected St Kilda to play a lot better than they did. I did not expect St Kilda to come out and perform the way they did in this matchup. Collingwood were really good from the outset in this game. They actually got a bit of a lead. St Kilda did fight back, but man, what is going on at St Kilda? I mean, it's been so many years they're expected to come out and perform, and I mean, I'm pretty sure they did this last year. They came out and dropped their first game. So it was a disappointing night for St Kilda. I mean, they did have Hayes, who they debuted, who actually played really well. Rowan Marshall was good as well. But the story of the night was Collingwood's midfield. And in Nick Dacos, the new draftee, he was elite. 27 touches, 5 marks. Jordan Ngoe, 27 touches, kicked 2 goals, and Lipinski. So Collingwood, I mean, they did play a good brand of footy. It was nice to see Collingwood play a little bit more attacking than they did last year. And they got the job done. So my 3-2-1 for this game here, I had Pat Lipinski for 3. I thought his game was really good. He kicked a goal, had 30 touches. He's a really nice get from the Western Bulldogs. Jordan Ngoe, 27 touches and 2 goals. Ngoe's kind of like Jake Stringer, I mean, and Dusty Martin. I mean, he can impact the game in so many ways. And then if he's on, he's on. So I gave Jordan Ngoe 2. And I also gave the debutant from St Kilda, Hayes, I gave him 1 as well. I feel like he had a really good game, 3 goals. He wasn't even on the list, I think, 2 weeks ago, so he gets the 1 vote. Collingwood, too good for St Kilda. Very, very surprising. So we move on to Saturday, and we move on to, yes, my Bombers. So I did attend this game on Saturday. If you guys do follow the Instagram, you guys know that we're actually at the game. We were absolutely demolished. Geelong were really impressive. I thought Essendon were going to come out and play a lot better than they did. It just did not look like they were present at the game. Their two-way running was really bad. But, I mean, the story of the day was Paddy Dangerfield. He was just dominant. Geelong's midfield, I've seen a lot of people saying that Essendon would dominate Geelong's midfield just because they're old. It's a hot day. But, man, Essendon just got bullied by the old men in the league. Tom Hawkins was elite. I don't really blame Essendon's backline. They were under so much pressure in this game. Zach Merritt and Darcy Parish did have over 30 each, but it was like the most pointless 30 possessions I've ever seen in my life. Parfit was really good. Danger was elite. Tom Hawkins dominated. Jeremy Cameron was on for, I'd have to say 15 minutes, and he looked so dangerous. He kicked, I think, 2 goals. So they were really, really dangerous, this Geelong team. And, man, I don't know, are Geelong going to drop off? And what's going on at Essendon? I mean, their forward line was really poor. But I need to get off this game. My 3-2-1s for this game, I had Paddy Dangerfield with the 3. I had Tom Hawkins. He was so influential in this game with 2. And also, got to talk about the draftee for the Bombers, Nick Martin. I mean, he wasn't on the list either a few weeks ago. He had 5 goals and 27 touches. Unbelievable for your first game for Nick Martin. So congratulations to him. He was a NAB Rising Star as well. I didn't know a whole lot about Nick Martin before this game, but I feel like we're going to know a lot about him now. So they were my 3-2-1s. The Saturday afternoon game, we had the GWS Giants taking on the Sydney Swans. This was a really entertaining game. I mean, a lot of people were thinking that Buddy Franklin was going to go on and get his elusive 1,000 goals, which he could get this week. But GWS did come out of the gate really well. They kicked 5 goals in the first quarter. They actually had 10 goals to half-time. They only kicked the 3 goals for the second half, which is disappointing. Sydney were just too strong, ran over the top of them. And, man, Sydney looked really good as well. They look really threatening. GWS midfield, though, is looking pretty good. I mean, Kelly, Taranto, and Green led the disposal counts for the game. But Sydney, I mean, really impressive. I'm really excited to see where Sydney could go this year. I mean, even GWS looked really good as well. So both teams are definitely, I feel like they're around the same mark. I mean, Sydney just had that elevated rebuild. Don't know how that happened. Luke Parker finished with the 5 goals, and that leads us on to the 3-2-1. So we had Luke Parker with 3, we had Tom Green with 2, and we had Isaac Heaney, who had 25 touches and also kicked 3 goals. I was also going to give a vote to Taranto, but I feel like I had to put 2 Sydney players in. They were too good, 112-92. We move on to the Saturday night matchup. Saturday night, seeing the Lions take on the Port Adelaide Football Club at the Gabba. This was another really entertaining game. I did tip Brisbane in this one, but I expected Port Adelaide to come and bring it, and they did. Now, Port Adelaide did have, I think they had like a 17-point lead in this game. They looked like they were going to get the job done, and then Brisbane just went to a whole nother level. Brisbane at the Gabba are very, very tough to beat. I mean, I'm very surprised to see them lose. I'm going to be surprised to see them lose this year. I mean, they are a very tough team, the Brisbane Lions at home. And I mean, Lachie Neale looked like he was to his absolute best. Joe Danaher kicked 4 goals. Joe, I feel like he was really influential for the Lions. Dan Houston was really good. McCarthy was good. But, man, Brisbane and Port Adelaide, they're kind of like GWS and Sydney. I do see them finishing around the same mark this year and taking the next step, both teams. I wouldn't be too worried if I was a Port Adelaide fan. They did come. They did get a few injuries though. I think they lost Alir, which was pretty disappointing. But my 3s, 2s, and 1s, I've got Lachie Neale, Dan Houston, and Joe Danaher. Lachie Neale, he looks like he's set for a massive year. I did say that in my prediction video, and that was the Lions and Port Adelaide game. We move on to the Sunday afternoon game. And the Sunday afternoon game, we had Hawthorn taking North Melbourne. I watched this game entirety, and I don't know how I survived it. The skills were pretty poor in this match. Both teams are very young, so I mean they're semi-young. They're teams that I feel like will finish down the below on the ladder. We got our first look at Jason Horne-Francis, who looked really, really good. He had the 15 touches, kicked a few goals. He played okay. But Jack Gunston, man, turning back the clock in this game, he was really good. North Melbourne looked like they were going to run away with this game in the third quarter, and Hawthorn fought back, got the lead, and they just never looked back. And yeah, I don't know if I'd be rolling up to watch this game live, but Hawthorn got the jump on by 20 points. Sicily, I gave the 3 votes. I thought he was really, really good. I also gave Jarth. I gave him 2 CJ. He was so good off the half back line. He was just running around with no opponent. And I gave one to Gunston because Gunston really did turn back the clock. And I don't know if there was too many players from North Melbourne who really stood out. So they are my 3-2-1s for the North Hawthorn game. Fremantle took on the Adelaide Crows on Sunday afternoon, and this was a really entertaining game. I actually didn't get to watch this game. I did go back and watch some of the highlights, but it was a 1-point deficit. I think Adelaide did have an opportunity to win the game, and Fremantle, they just stopped them in their tracks. So this was a really, really good game. These were my 3-2-1s. I just feel like Brayshaw was really good. We had the debutant who kicked 5 goals, and Ben Keys 37 touches. But man, Fremantle, I feel like they're the sleeper this year. I really like what they're doing. I mean, going over to Adelaide, I know Adelaide haven't been at their best the last few years, but going on to Adelaide's tough, especially round 1. I mean, I remember last year Adelaide defeated Geelong in round 1. So big win for the Dockers, 83-82. We move on to the final game. Final game of the week was West Coast taking on the Gold Coast Suns, and man, Gold Coast, interesting. Now, West Coast did have a lot of players out due to COVID, injuries, but this is a young Gold Coast team who've gone over, handled their business well. Matt Rao was superb. He kicked 3 goals. I did like the West Coast Eagles fight in this game. I actually did watch this game, and I feel like their fight was really, really good. I mean, I'm happy with the way they performed, but man, Gold Coast, interested to see how they go this year. I really do hope Gold Coast can keep pushing on and win some games. I mean, it's so disappointing that Ben King is out, but Matt Rao was really good. Took Miller was good as well. 27-point win for the Gold Coast Suns, their first win in Perth against the West Coast Eagles, so well done to them. These were my 3-2-1s. I had Matt Rao, Took Miller, and Isaac Rankin for my 1, 2, and 3. So that was the round 1 review. Interesting. What do you guys think of my votes? Do you agree? And we'll move on to the closing segments of this little podcast series. Now, starting next week, we will go to the ladder, but because it's only round 1, we won't review the ladder. But we're going to go to the best team of the week and the flop of the week. So flop of the week is your team who struggled. So I want you guys coming down below your best team of the week and your flop of the week. So my best team of the week, I've gone with Carlton. I feel like their performance on Thursday night deserves them to be team of the week. Paddy Cripps, they haven't beat Richmond in 12 years. They're my best team of the week. Let's see if they can back it up tonight against the Western Bulldogs. And my flop of the week, yes, is my beloved Bombers. Their performance on Saturday was just disappointing, and I'm expecting a massive response out of them. So the best team of the week, I've gone with Carlton. Flop of the week, the Essendon Footy Club. Let's go and let's move into round 2. We'll have a look at round 2. I'll give you my tips and we'll close this video up. Okay, so my round 2 predictions. Round 2, we're going to have a look. So we're going to start out with the Western Bulldogs and Carlton. This game's actually on tonight. This can be a tough game. I feel like it was to be a tough game for Western Bulldogs. Carlton looked really, really good against the Richmond Football Club. No Adam Chera and no Jack Martin, which will hurt Carlton. They're both out to health and safety protocols. I'm tipping the Bulldogs to bounce back after that performance against the Melbourne Football Club. I mean, you can't put your head down. Melbourne are a very good team, but I've got the Western Bulldogs winning this one. We go on to Sydney and the Cats. This is going to be a really good game, really interesting game. I'm tipping Sydney to win this quite comfortably, though. I've got, I think Sydney are too strong at the SCG. And, Geelong, are they going to fall off? We don't know. They could prove me wrong. Jeremy Cameron may not play, so I've got the Swans. Adelaide and Collingwood at the G on Saturday. Another really interesting game, considering how well Adelaide played on the weekend. But I am tipping Collingwood to go 2-0. Essendon and Brisbane at Marvel Stadium. I'm expecting a big response from the Bombers, but I am tipping Brisbane to win this by around 15 points. I'm expecting a response from Essendon. I feel like their contested ball is going to be a lot better this week, but we'll see what happens. We've got Port Adelaide and Hawthorn. Another really good game at Adelaide Oval. I think Port Adelaide should win this quite comfortably. Gold Coast and Melbourne from Metricon Stadium. Melbourne, I feel like will win easily. Could Gold Coast win? That would probably be the biggest surprise so far in the season. I know only 2 weeks in, but that would be pretty big. North and West Coast at Marvel Stadium. Considering all the injuries West Coast have, I'm still picking them to defeat North on Saturday. I feel like they've still got enough to get the job done. Jack Darling should come back into the team. Richmond and GWS, the MCG, another really interesting game. I'm tipping the Tigers to win and get their first win of the season. They will respond, I believe. I mean, if they don't respond, 0-2. That's going to be really interesting. And then Sunday night, we've got St Kilda and Fremantle, which is a very, very interesting game. I am tipping Fremantle to win this by around 12 points. They looked really good the other day, and I mean, home ground advantage for the Dockers is really, really strong. So I hope you guys enjoyed the round one review. If you guys want more of these videos, please let me know. I'm going to be doing this every Wednesday. A video will release. We'll be reviewing the current round. Don't forget, I did start a North Melbourne AFL live season series, so make sure to check that out. What do you guys think of the tips? Make sure to comment down below your tips for round 2 and also your flop of the week and your team of the week. And we'll keep rolling on. I'll be doing shout outs on videos. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Hit that like button. Stay blessed. And I'll see you in the next video. And we get ready for round 2 of the AFL season.